I know some of you are thinking in the back of your minds, who are you? What's your qualifications? And why are you out here offering readings, healing sessions, and coachings to the healer and trauma steward community? Well, to start with, I'm one of you. I have worked in trauma steward professions now for over 12 years. So that has been anywhere from free community medical clinics, Planned Parenthood. Now I work as a legal aid attorney. I've worked in several legal aid organizations. So trauma stewardship professions are my calling. They have been my calling for most of my entire life. Even when I was a teenager in high school, I did volunteer work on the hospice floor. They called it the transitional care unit, which meant, transition meaning that you were dying. So that is something, that goes back as far as when I was 14 and I'm about 30 now. So I have been in trauma stewardship for most of my life now. And it is something that I have a passion for. And as somebody who has a passion for trauma stewardship, I know what it's like to, how painful caring can be. Because the reality of it is, I've been there. As a legal aid attorney, I am empowered by law to have certain types of interventions that I can make on behalf of the people that come to me for help. However, a lot of what I do, I feel like, is a circumstantial band-aid. I'm not able to always create large shifts in circumstances. There is a large likelihood, due to the systemic issues in America and in our communities, that I may see them again. And that hurts. I've had the sleepless nights where you worry about the client that, you're out there trying to help. And I've been plagued by the imposter syndrome. Every time you enter into a healing profession or a trauma stewardship profession or a social justice, social work kind of arena, you are becoming a part of what is a crisis point in other people's lives. And being a part of that crisis point means that the energy that you put forth into that interaction can affect how a person's decisions are made. And that can be a huge responsibility. I've had the nights where you look at your computer and you see 130 different souls that you are trying to reach out to. You're only one person. You feel the guilt, you feel the shame that you can't do more. You try to balance self-care, but when you engage in self-care, you feel guilty because there are so many people out there that need the help. So in addition to the fact that I have been a trauma steward myself for over half of my life, I have been through the emotional swings of being an empath in that arena and not knowing how to help and take care of myself. You don't want to give way to compassion fatigue. You don't want to harden your heart. So what do? You heal your relationship with healing. And that's why I'm here. I am here because I have been able to get to a healthy place with having an open heart, holding space for trauma, but also being able to protect my energy and take care of myself and my family and what we need as well. And it seems like sometimes when people run into hard mental and emotional difficulties, they feel like they may have to leave the profession, and that hurts because it's not that you want to go. You are fulfilled by the work, but you feel like it's killing you to care so much. And, for many years, I struggled with an anxiety disorder, so that, while working in a trauma stewardship profession, has a lot of guilt and shame that comes with it as well, because you never know, is my mental health diagnosis impacting what I'm able to do? Am I bringing the right energy to the interaction? How can I show up as the best me that I can be? And that can be extremely stressful. I've been there, but, the heart heals. You can shift those narratives. You can shift those patterns. You don't have to harden your heart. You can feel all the feels. You can care. You can do your best. But you can also protect and heal yourself. And that is what this session is guided to do. So, in addition to my own life experience, although I am not a licensed mental health professional, I do have my undergraduate bachelor's degree in psychology. Particular things that I focused on studying were developmental, cognitive, and positive psychology specifically. You know, how humor heals, the psychology and patterns around how we interact with food. I've, spent my entire life hobby researching personality types in psychology, and I want to get to the why of all of you. Because we all have a story, we all have a past, present, and future, and we all have a role to play in shifting the vibe of the collective subconscious to create real change in this world. So we can work together and we will do amazing things. So I am here to hold space for you. You can book by checking out the link in my bio, and you can go to my website, www.ethical-energy.com, or hit me up in my DMs if you have questions about whether this is right for you.